Welcome to Banner TV, your bi-weekly news update on everything UNCA. I'm Lillie Boudreaux, and these are your headlines. As of September 14th, there have been a total of 13 cases of COVID-19 on campus since July 1st, between UNC Asheville faculty, staff, or students. We want to remind everyone to follow the 3 W's: wear your mask, wash your hands, and wait. It's finally time to work off that quarantine 15. On September 7th, the Sherrill Center Fitness Center and Cardio Express opened for student access. Capacity is limited, so students must use the I Am Leagues app to sign up for appointment blocks. Fitness equipment is sanitized regularly throughout the day, and social distancing is strictly enforced. Learn more about how to stay fit by visiting recreation.unca.edu. UNC Asheville showed up and showed out on the 28th for a massive Black Lives Matter rally on the Quad. Chancellor Nancy J. Cable, Athletic Director Janet Cohn, Student Body President London Newton, and numerous student athletes spoke in support of the cause before marching across campus. The rally was announced the night before in an email from President Newton and members of the women's basketball team. Hundreds of students participated in the event, where leaders advocated for greater diversity, voter information, and a more comfortable environment for Black students. The Student Government Association has already announced a plan to commission a Black Lives Matter mural on campus. The Board of Trustees have committed to renaming Vance and Hoey Halls, and students have formed a new Antiracist Student Alliance, which, quote, functions to build relationships and dismantle white supremacy by holding a space for students to examine racial bias and take action towards true justice and liberation. At our first meeting, we will add our own goals so we build a community with unified and goal-oriented intentions, both on a personal and cultural level, end quote. To learn more about the Alliance, check out at UNCA_ASA on Instagram or contact an organizer at the listed emails. In July, Asheville made a historic move to become one of the first U.S. cities to approve reparations for Black residents. The decision came after weeks of protests in the name of the Black Lives Matter movement and years of local activism. While reparations do not include direct payments, it aims to, quote, address the creation of generational wealth and to boost economic mobility and opportunity in the Black community, end quote. Within the next year, the council will establish a community reparations commission to report on their plans to increase home and business ownership while working to close gaps in education, employment, healthcare, and more. Unfortunately, Leah Carpenter passed away on September 1st. She lived a full and bountiful life until the age of 100 years old. We all thank her for her contributions to this university and send our thoughts to her family. May she rest in peace. You complain and we listen. I had the opportunity to sit down with UNCA Chancellor Nancy J. Cable to discuss unchanging fall 2020 tuition prices. Let's take a look.
Students are paying the same amount for online and hybrid classes without full access to campus amenities such as sports, recreational areas, and educational facilities. Can you tell me a little bit about what the discussions were behind this decision? Did you have any input at all? And if so, what was that input?
Decisions about pricing for tuition, room and board, and fees is made by the Board of Governors, which runs the 17 university system. The individual institutions have no input into that. We also have the need to keep our workforce employed so that we don't furlough or lay people off as well here, because they're still doing much of the work to maintain the buildings, to maintain our environmental stewardship, to maintain the library, and so on, for your return in person.
Max Klein gives us a short history of COVID-19 in Asheville in Around the Clock in 60 seconds.
The first confirmed case of COVID-19 in Asheville came early in March of 2020. A visitor from Macon County who was in Buncombe from March 10th to the 13th tested positive upon returning home. This was the first instance of coronavirus here in Asheville, and by April 1st, there were 25 cases in our county with 1 death recorded. For months, Asheville had one of the lowest totals of infection of any of the big cities in North Carolina. The case number started to increase exponentially after this point, however, reaching over 400 cases by June 10th. This put pressure to decide a plan regarding the possibility of having the entire fall semester online at UNC Asheville. The decision was made by the UNC System Board of Governors, who ruled to have a hybrid schedule for students. UNCA also decided to run the fall semester from August 10th to near Thanksgiving. Within the first week of classes, the COVID cases were in single digits. This contrasts with UNC Chapel Hill, who had hundreds of cases almost immediately and had to move all of their courses online. Because of this, many foresaw UNCA following suit. UNCA, however, has only had 13 cases of COVID-19 as of September 15th and has been able to stay on track.
This week, Theo Crawford spoke to UNCA Theater about their upcoming radio drama, Antigone, and their investigation into a new form of art, the Pandemic Theater Project.
A lot of what we talk about in theater is like connecting with a space and connecting with one another. And it's very hard to do that virtually, with like technical issues, like take you out of it. Like the fact that you are sitting in a chair with a screen in front of you, there's like so many distractions in your room or like distractions in your life that is hard to step away from. Which is one of the things I really love about theater is that you can just go into that space and ignore the rest of it. So it's hard to not have that.
If you'd like to see the full-length interviews, check out our YouTube channel, Blue Banner Productions. Full stories can be found on thebluebanner.net, or you can look for our print newspaper around campus. Stay updated by following us on Instagram at UNCA Blue Banner, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on post notifications for new videos. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Lillie Boudreaux, and this is Banner TV.